Thank you so much for coming out. This is a great crowd. We're going to have a lot of fun today. I'm psyched to have a good time. We're going to start out, though. I'm going to say something that back in the 1960s, this would have been very shocking. I want to tell you the truth. So you might have to listen up to this. No one ever said this in the 1960s. But I'm going to dare say it right now. You ready? If you have a cell phone, please turn it off. I'm going to show some very cool videos, and I know when people get into watching this stuff, a cell phone goes off, that person gets a lot of dirty looks. And if that cell phone goes off when I'm talking, chances are I might make fun of you. So if you just turn it off, that would be great. Also, I know everyone, or not everyone, but some people are going to have like comments, memories you'd like to share, questions. I'm going to save that for the end. I will save time at the end for any comments. I'll ask for memories you have of the Beatles or the 60s, whatever. But you're going to find out once I get started on this program, it's hard for me to stop, okay? So we'll save that for the end. And I guess it's time to start the program. And I always like to start out the program by asking a question. I'm kind of looking around the room. I've talked to a lot of you already. I think I know the answer to this question, but I'm going to ask it anyway. And here's the deal. I don't want you to answer by putting your hands up in the air. That's boring. I want you to answer by a round of applause. I want to get the adrenaline going in here. And quite frankly, I like the way it sounds when I'm standing up here. So I want to know by a round of applause, how many of you are Beatles fans? Okay, good. Everybody. All right, I have a second question. Now, I did this program for schools and different places, and I asked this question. Not everyone can answer it. But again, I'm looking around the room, I'm thinking, there's a good shot that the majority can answer this question. So I'm going to ask it. I'm going to say, please, by a round of applause, how many of you remember the 1960s? Good, good. You know what they say, if you can remember the 1960s, you really were part of it. I don't agree with that statement. I remember the 1960s quite well. 1970s were a bit of a blur. But that's going to be another book. All right, we're going to get this program going. The Beatles in Cleveland. Now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to start this program maybe a little bit earlier than you might think. I'm going to set the stage for what was going on in America before the Beatles got here and how things changed. So we're going to go back to the year 1963. Now, 1963, things are very different than they are today. I'm going to show this to you. I'm going to show you a little clip here. I have some films, like I said, I'm going to show you today. I'm going to show you a clip of the Beatles when we first saw them on the Ed Sullivan Show.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight, live from New York, the Ed Sullivan Show.
But anyway, I have promised her I will do everything I can to protect this film. It's very rare. So I'm kind of looking around the room now. See, like I said, I do this for schools and everything, and I see the kids with their phones. So I'm looking around here. You people don't know how to work your phones any better than I do. But I will ask you, please, no filming of this. No still pictures or anything.
Join in and clap your hands, you know, the whole thing. The songs go, twist and shout.
Anyway, the next morning was Monday. They had a concert that night in Washington, D.C. So they had to get to Cleveland Hopkins Airport to fly there for the concert. They called up the car service to take them to the airport. The people at the car service says, look, that was our car you used last night to get out of Cleveland Stadium. There was over $400 damage done to that car. We're not taking you to the airport. So a city bus from Cleveland pulled up to the back end of the Sheraton Hotel, the Beatles, their opening acts, everybody got on the city bus, and he went out to Cleveland Hopkins Airport. So in a nutshell, that's the story of the Beatles in Cleveland. All right, thank you for coming. Thank you so much.